What it do? It's DOA. Got another episode of Putting It Together. Man, I wanted to talk to y'all, man, because I see on YouTube it's a lot of single dudes who's out here talking about women, and they taking that little Kevin Samuels approach, which is cool, man. I like Kevin Samuels. Although I've been on that Kevin Samuels tip since before Kevin Samuels was on that Kevin Samuels tip, but that's another conversation for another day. But I just see a lot of dudes calling these women beautiful, and it's women that end up having real ugly attitudes, real bad energy. Like, I was just watching a video by my man O'Shea Duke Jackson, who I like his page. I like his content. I think he's real funny, all of that. He's usually, pretty much on point for the most part. He had a video about Kayla Nicole, I think her name is, Travis Kelce, ex-chick or whatever. And he was calling her beautiful, even though he knew she had the nastiest attitude. But before he got into the content of his video, and I'll play the video a little bit for y'all so y'all can see it too if you ain't seen it already.
Let's look at Kayla Nicole. Now, by all accounts, Kayla Nicole is a very, 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 very good looking woman. Okay? Very good looking woman. If you believe that she's not, you are a clown. Kayla Nicole is fine as hell. Okay? She was also with Travis Kelce. Now, if you look at her, in my honest opinion, in comparisons to Taylor Swift, she has everything that Taylor Swift probably doesn't. Taylor Swift is not like gorgeous, sexy. I mean, she's a good looking lady, but she's not gorgeous, sexy. She's not an eye turner. She doesn't have the body. She doesn't have all of these things, but Kayla Nicole does. But after being done.
But that's kind of a thirsty nigga take on things. Because a lot of us seasoned vets and like, man, I got a chick. I always had a chick, but I got a beautiful woman of my own right now. You know what I'm saying? Unlike a lot of the dudes who I see on YouTube who be on this Kevin Samuels type tip or whatever, they don't really have chicks. But it's like certain dudes, man, we can see these bitches from a mile away. And y'all really is pumping their heads up artificially. Artificial inflation. Cause on the one hand, y'all will see that they attitudes is nasty and they auras is ugly, but just from the outside aesthetics, if a chick got, the right ratios or whatever, waist to ass or whatever, niggas want to pump them up and give them some type of credit first, but that's kind of what keeps them acting the way that they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, chicks out here getting BBLs and putting weaves in their head and these lashes and shit, all this artificial augmentation, because they feel like at the bare minimum, they gonna get niggas to call them beautiful. I also was watching one of them episodes of Pop the Balloon or whatever, where people's on there trying to meet their match, and it was a little brown skinned chick. At the most, I say she was alright. You know what I'm saying? She was alright in the face, whatever. Had a decent body. It wasn't nothing to call home about, but all the dudes pretty much popped their balloons all at once. It was one dude left. He ended up asking her some questions, and due to her responses to them questions, he ended up popping his balloon too. So it was like, it took some dudes not nothing but a couple of seconds to see how ugly she actually was. When considering the insides with the outside, she was an ugly chick. And then it took the last brother like a little bit longer, but he ended up seeing it too. But when they went and talked to all the dudes, they had something good to say about you. Look, guy, you a beautiful girl. You a beautiful girl. You a pretty girl. All this shit. And it's like, bro, the thirstiness gotta cut off at some point, man. It's a lot of nice looking women that's walking the earth, but the outside looks should never be the sole qualifier of beauty, like being called beautiful. It should never be just solely based on the outside looks. So it's like a lot of times you can see these chicks before they even open their mouth, what their attitude is like, and it's ugly. If you got an ugly attitude and you got an appealing ratio, body ratio, man, you're not beautiful. You decent at best. She's a aight chick. Y'all niggas never heard the term. Aight, she's a aight. Like, niggas, she's a aight. And that's all you getting is a aight. You're not never getting the beautiful. And, I seen my brothers come a long way with this shit. Niggas used to be a lot more simps out here, like simping for these chicks. But I see dudes kind of waking up and, they putting chicks in their proper place for the most part. But it just kind of irked me when I seen O'Shea calling Kayla Nicole beautiful when she's obviously got an ugly personality. The white boy dumped you. I think she was with Iman Shumpert before he got with Tiana Taylor. He dumped her. You know what I'm saying? And it's got to be a reason why. And just from the little bit that I seen of her, like, man, she's a ugly chick on the inside. She don't want to play the woman role. She wanna be like some dolled up princess. You know what I'm saying? That a nigga just carry around like a Louis bag or some shit. And man, shit just don't work like that, man. You gotta have more going for yourself. I don't give a fuck what your booty look like, what your skin tone is, how clear your skin is, how big your lips are, or any of that shit. Like, you gotta have something more going for a real nigga like myself. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I don't want these chicks for real, but I'm just saying, like, I'm a real nigga, man. I handle mine. You know what I'm saying? I heard some chicks say that you can't want a traditional woman if you're not a traditional man. But I'm that. You know what I'm saying? I build shit by hand from the ground up. I put work in like a old school nigga. Like, I'm a pre-Vietnam War type nigga. So I got the grounds to speak on it. And I'm just telling y'all, man, y'all gotta talking strictly to my brothers right now. Y'all gotta put these chicks in their place all the way. I see y'all didn't listen to the Kevin Samuels tapes or whatever, and y'all getting a little bit of gusto and a little bit of bass in your voice now that you didn't once have. But we gotta go all the way with it, man. Because this is why chicks is investing so much in their outside appearance, because they know that y'all gonna give them a little bit of extra leeway if they got this certain aesthetic. Y'all gonna pump them up just enough for they fucking heads to make them float away in the outer space. You know what I'm saying? And for a lot of chicks, that's good enough for them. They gonna be miserable, in the long run when they don't have a man and they old and they need a man. But y'all pumping them up a little bit, just a tad too much right now for my liking. And like I said, man, I like O'Shea Duke Jackson for the most part. He's a self-proclaimed trick, though. You know what I'm saying? And with that comes a little bit of that mentality where he feel like if a chick look like if she look a certain way, then you gotta give her some points. Like, I don't have to give a chick shit, especially when she act like that. Plus, on top of it, man, y'all ain't see Kayla Nicole in that, what's that, that Marine show? I can't even think of the name. I love that Marine show, though. I wouldn't even know who the bitch was if it wasn't for that Marine show. But on that Marine show, bro, she had the fever blisters all on her lips and shit. Probably from putting her mouth on football players' jock straps. You know what I'm saying? Fresh off the field and shit. I ain't even gonna go there with it, but y'all know who she was with. And it's like, bro, that's nasty. That's nasty in itself. The way she looks at herself and her choice of men and what she's looking for in a man is ugly. And then, you know, O'Shea Duke Jackson video was showing that she's out here thirst trapping, but like half naked. You know what I'm saying? One step away from doing the corn with the P, OnlyFans type model type shit, and niggas still gonna call her beautiful. Like, nah, that's not beauty. Plus, y'all know that old saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, man. So for him to try to say that if you don't feel like she's a beautiful girl, something wrong with you, like, nah, bro, something wrong with you. But that's your eye. You know what I'm saying? Your eye is the one that's calling her that. My eye don't have to call her that. I don't see her that way. When I look at her, I see fever blisters. I see her on her knees in front of a white man. And I see her with no skill in the kitchen, no motherly type skills to feed my child if I was to knock her up and like that. Like, bro, she ain't got none of the skills you need that a real woman needs, that a real mother needs to take care of no fucking household. So to me, that's ugly. That ain't beautiful. It's unskilled. Then, you know what I'm saying, to add insult to injury, the both dudes, Iman Shumpert and Travis Kelce, followed her up with chicks that don't really have no super body. They ain't got no booties and all this shit that Kayla Nicole thinks she got. Plus, it's probably a BBL. Like, even though the chick is thin, the bitches be getting these skinny BBLs now. Like, I don't even think the ass is real, but even if it was, it's like that nigga would rather have a flapjack ass than Kayla Nicole's little bubble booty with the bubbles on her lips, fever blister bubbles. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wised up. I guess he knocked it and he manned up. But for a lot of real niggas, the realest caliber niggas, we ain't have to knock her to see she was worthy of discarding in the trash. And when you laying up with these chicks who ain't worth a fucking dime, it's only gonna make you feel good and feel like a man for a short period of time. Then immediately after, you gonna feel like you need to hit the showers at like Travis Kelce after a Super Bowl run. You know what I'm saying? They gonna feel real dirty and dingy. So, you know, just hey, shout out to my dudes that's waking up. But man, hey, don't hit the snooze button. Wake all the way up. Get up and leave these boo-boo bitches in the past, bro. For real. Yeah, it'll work out better for all of humanity, bro. The quicker we can put these chicks in their rightful places and stop simping to this aesthetic, the better off everybody will be. So, you know, once again, it's DOA putting it together. Y'all like, share, subscribe, man. Beat the comments up. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how y'all feel. We can debate it in the comments, as always. And shoot, till next time, peace.